Ba weeb grana weeb nini bong fellow addicts. This is Cyborgraptor, one of the admins here of the channel for Transformers, the Addicting Entertainment, TFA 1024, the Transformers Addicts, the usual, the name. You know it, you watch it. I'm here to give you some good old updates, news, some theories I've been thinking of, and oh, whoa, sorry, I hear myself now. Okay, sorry, that was a live stream going on the computer. Whoopsie. I can never be professional with these things, man. Alrighty, sorry about that. So yeah, like I was saying, there are some updates. What's coming soon? What's going to be new to the channel? What's not going to be new? What's coming back? Some small news for Transformers. I'm not going to do anything about HasCon, like I mentioned in the last video when I did this, but because Michael wants to do that like personally with us, so we'll be doing that soon. About he wants to do it this weekend. Around Saturday or Sunday, but you know, like not a personal attack on him, but he, you know, hopefully most of the time he doesn't really, you know, deliver on that. So, oh, sorry, burpee. Oh, I'm always burpee. What am I doing? So about in the next, like, hopefully in the next few days, hopefully this weekend, but if not, the next few days we'll be doing a full-on Transformers thought corner about HasCon. All the new toys are revealed. Including, you know, all of the Power of the Prime stuff, and then maybe we'll talk about the stuff they revealed for the Bumblebee movie, you know, Hall of Fame, etc., etc. So nothing covered now. I'll cover some news, something that's you know, things that are not involving HasCon, but most of all, this is more of just an update and a promotion for this weekend. If it is this weekend, which I hope it is, Michael, if you're listening, please do it this weekend, preferably tomorrow. Because if it is Sunday, I won't be a part of it. But we will for sure deliver the HasCon news. I mean, since you guys are fans, you most likely have seen all the news, you know all the news, and you're just going to come back to hear our opinions about it. Otherwise, if you don't care, don't come in. But by all means, drop by this weekend. We should have a live stream showing up. And also, let's see. Speaking of Michael, I'm just going to give a little update on him right now. As you notice, there's not many videos being made. We're kind of like back and forth. Me and BC are kind of making videos for the channel for now while Michael's doing updates. He is, you know, for those who don't know, he lives in the area where Hurricane Irma, or is it Irma? The hurricane's coming in, and you know, I don't know if it's still going on. I don't know if it's over or if it's just, you know, in the beginning. I'm not much a hurricane guy. I live in the complete opposite side of. It's sunny. It's really hot. But Michael had to evacuate his residence, so him and his family had to move somewhere far away. Oh, you know, sorry, just to do that. Michael is watching. Hey, hi, Michael. He'll be home tomorrow. So hey, that's a good update. He had to evacuate because of the hurricane, but luckily. He will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing a stream for HasCon. Hooray! Anything else I need to mention here? Look, you know, he's okay, obviously, as he just typed in the live chat. That's not me. I should really, like, I wish we can find a way to decipher which one is us, which one's me and him. Anyway, so, you know, we'll be getting together tomorrow, and we'll be doing this live stream for HasCon. Thank God you're safe. Welcome aboard, Michael. Anyway, so now for just some other updates. Michael did want me to also mention there will be some other videos coming up in the future. He has plans for. Oh, I can't find him now. He messaged me. You know, he has also, like, as usual. Michael has reviews and stop motions planned in the future. He wants to bring back Combiners Week. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell you the detailed Combiners Week. I mean, he's pretty sure he made a video or two in the past. But he made so many sub lines of reviews that it's hard for me to keep track. But overall, the you know, reviews are coming back, and other stuff. TFTC is coming back as well, obviously, with tomorrow now. That is now confirmed. So you know, come back if you can. Michael also wants to update saying that you know, Irma did not cause any significant damage, so luckily he is safe. Everything's good. No toy collection was damaged in the process of evacuation. Thank God. So that's a good update for right now for this channel. We're getting a lot of we're getting a lot of good updates. With me, BC, and Michael TFA, we're working hard. We're not really trying to get things blowing over. We all have our own lives, but sooner in the future we will probably get together, brainstorm some ideas for future videos. And since as long as the movie series is going on, then hey, we'll probably do stuff like that. Like as long as the movies and cartoons and toy line is going on, we'll think of something to talk about. So continuing on, some news. I'm trying to think of anything right now. I didn't actually prepare it. Like last month, I'd had a full preparation, but this one I'm kind of winging it. I'm trying to think of things that was new. That's new now. It's not much of a HasCon. I guess we'll start off. If you are excited about The Last Night and you really want to watch it, well, hold on here. Sorry. I think TFA might be joining the stream as well. All right. All right. Okay, Michael, I'll be shooting you a link if I know how to do that. Anyway, while I'm trying to figure out how to shoot a link, so yeah, if you were a fan of The Last Night, you really like that movie, and you can't wait for it to come out on DVD and Blu-ray physically, you can go ahead and purchase that on Google Plus and YouTube. It is now out for digital release. Apparently, there has been some changes. We'll maybe talk about that as I figure out how to get Michael in here. Oh boy. Well, I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about. Transformers: Titans Returns is coming not next month, but the month after, November. It is coming out for Go 90. It's some kind of viewing app for Samsung phone owners, I think, or something else. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck I set a link here. I can't fucking do that. I'm the best. I'm the goddamn best. So like in what's cool about the Transformers Last Night, going back to that, and now digital HD, so people are now actually watching in HD, and they've been finding some things in HD that we haven't seen in the theaters. Like apparently, so Megatron has he has those tusks in the film, right? Well, they recently discovered that those tusks have his original body, like as a hieroglyph. It's like it's tattooed on his tusk. That's really cool. Maybe Michael sent me an idea how to do that. Saying that Combiner Wars, same was on. Yeah. So Michael also mentioned that if you've seen Combiner Wars, way back when it came out, the cartoon Combiner Wars, if you found an app where you watch it on, it's gonna be on that same app. I'm sorry, Michael, I can't find where to fucking send this. Do I just copy this whole thing here? Maybe I do. Sorry, guys, I'm being such a butt right now because I can't figure out how to send this stuff on Facebook. Oh, like I'll check Facebook. Sorry, he told me to check Facebook. I'm gonna do that right now. I just signed out of Facebook. This is not my computer. My computers are all garbage and won't let me live stream, so I'm now using my roommates. That's gonna take more time. Sorry. How are you guys? What's your favorite part about HasCon? Wait. You know what? Save that thought. Don't tell me that. Tell me tomorrow, because then we'll talk about it. I'm gonna checking Facebook now. Sorry, everyone. Oh boy, I'm really bad at this. Woo! I'm the best. Trying to think of anything other things to talk about. Copy paste the link. Oh, of course, just copy paste the link. Oh, I'm such a dumb butt. Okay, hopefully this works. There we go. It's sent. I think I sent it. There it goes. There it goes. Right. All right. Well, hopefully it works. Because otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's see here. Let me just acknowledge the chat here. We have 3 people watching. One of them's probably me. One of them's probably Michael, which leaves the there's Autobot Patriot Brony. He is a regular. Welcome back. Grant Minure, Ruby Tarn Prime. Welcome in. He messaged us saying hopefully Titans Returns will be better. I think it will be, especially with a better cast. Thank God. We have, because that one we had confirmed that Optimus Prime is gonna be voiced by Peter Cullen and not fucking John Bailey. I don't like the guy. Never liked John Bailey. But like some voice actors do return. Like the guy does Starscream and Windblade. That's okay, I guess. But otherwise, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check to see. He's seems to be typing something. I'm hopefully he figured out that hopefully that worked. I'll hope it did too, because otherwise, I'm gonna be. This is gonna be a very unusual stream where I'm just gonna be going, sorry guys, All right, well he's figuring it out. It's still, yeah, it's still. Sorry guys, geez, I'm trying to figure this out. I didn't know he would want to get in here, so now I need to figure out how to get this in here. What other things are new coming on? I'm trying to think of things that are not from HasCon. I can't mention. I don't want to mention anything Power of the Primes. I don't want to mention anything from what other toy line was revealed, or they didn't reveal anything actually. Just Power of the Primes, huh? They didn't do anything for the last night either. Unfortunately, that's what I was unfortunate about. Like, I want to say more, but I can't. I gotta save that. I have a gripe with HasCon for what they didn't do. Trying to think what else. Someone, wait, what's that sound? Someone here? Hey, someone's here. Hey, it worked. Hey. I think he's here.
Hi.
Oh, geez, hi.
Yep. Among my fellow addicts, this is TFA 1044, the original Transformers addict here. You hear background noise. I'm still at my aunt's. I just thought I'd give you guys an update with Cyborg. I haven't made a video in a few days, if not a few weeks, I think. And you're hearing my aunt's dog in the background being antsy. But, yeah, Cyborg has covered a bit of stuff that's been going on with the channel. And you currently discussing, like, what, theories?
I'm saving that for later. I'm right now just trying to think of news to talk about that's not HasCon, so we'll save that for tomorrow. I mentioned that Times Returns is coming back in the series. And I mentioned that Transformers Last Night is now out in digital HD.
Okay. Yeah, all that's great.
Have you? Are you purchasing the online copy, or are you waiting to keep it physical?
I already purchased it the same day it came out, and
honestly, really?
There are some differences in it that honestly.
Yeah, I heard. I hear that the wheelie scene where he's looking at on the computer is gone.
Yeah, that's gone. The line with Nitro Zeus saying "I kicked more ass in prison" is like replaced with "unfortunate" because I was looking to knock some heads.
Oh, they kept the Simon Burr voice, Stephen Burr.
Stephen Barr, I think.
Barr. So they kept that voice line. That's kind of weird. I mean, like.
They still have John DiMaggio voicing him, but they switched that line for. It's weird. It's just.
I mean, like I guess like it's of those two lines. I guess I would prefer the Stephen Barr one, but I guess like I would still prefer that John DiMaggio said it because I just prefer John DiMaggio in general.
Yeah. Rosie, calm down.
Did you notice? So I mentioned in the live stream. So if you watch the HD version, someone noticed that the tusks on Megatron. If you like, there's a scene where he's looking at a mohawk and he's saying some stupid thing on the pole. If you look at his tusks, there's hieroglyphs of Megatron in his first movie body with like minions.
Oh no way!
Yeah, it's so his past is like etched in on his helmet. And I think that's really cool.
Did you happen to see that Jolt's head is at the junkyard?
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that. Like a lot of people are like, I was on the forums on the news site, and there was a lot of fight between if that's true or not. I didn't really get a good look at the head. Like
it looks very much like, well, it doesn't look like the actual movie thing. Unfortunately, like, it doesn't look like the actual model because he doesn't have that. It's more like the comic and toy where it's like sort of has the 3 spikes. But it is very significant looking to that of Jolt. So, but yeah, I don't mean to like. Hostile takeover time. This is still your update.
Oh no, by all means. I'm changing this to I'm changing the title to just like update. This not fully my thing.
So, yeah, as a lot of you guys know, hi, I'm alive. I'm not dead. Hurricane Irma didn't get me, but it didn't even get the original house. Funniest thing was, parents and everyone in the family was so worried that we'd get like a massive pounding. The only significant damage, or rather insignificant damage, was done to the house was a piece of screen from the patio blew off. No water
Oh,
damage, no power outages. Everything in the house was just as it should have been.
that's
So
good.
either someone was looking over us, as my parents like to say, or we were just extremely lucky to be on the West Coast. But yeah, we came down here to my aunt's, and I volunteered to watch over my nephews while they were at work because they would have to bring them up to our house anyway. So I said, well, why don't we just finish out the week here, and then we go home Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. But I'm safe, the family's safe, so we're all fine. As Cyborg mentioned previously, I do have stuff planned for the channel. I have many things planned for the channel. I want to bring back Combiner Week, where I pretty much did a Combiner Wars Combiner review every single week, but in their individual components. So I will be doing that. So that will be sort of like a theme week, and that was inspired by BC, who did that. That was also inspired by Lockbot CRM, who did that, and whoever else happened to do those type of reviews. So I'm going to also be working on custom music that I like to call TFA tunes, which is going to be possible scores for upcoming stop motions as well as series. And you can thank GarageBand for that. And I have a few things I'm working on, and they'll be exclusively uploaded to Instagram. If you guys would like to go check that out, by all means, follow me on Instagram. You know, get your behind-the-scenes scoop and everything like that. Stop motions have been significantly slow. Rosie, quiet. Good girl. Anyway, again, that's the dog. Stop motions have been... Rosie. Stop motions have been extremely slow, and the drive has been a bit slow as well. But once I get home, I'll probably get back to work on that. And I'm just trying to manage personal life, so that's another reason why videos have been incredibly slow. So that's why you guys got BC and Cyborgraptor here to keep you guys posted in the loop and everything, what's going on with the channel. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I wanted to let you guys know personally I am safe and do expect more videos in the future. And yeah, so that's honestly pretty much it for me. I don't feel comfortable streaming in my aunt's home. I don't know why, but I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So remember, my fellow addicts, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF Addicts for life. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out. Peace. Keep up the good work, Cyborg. Later.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome. Later. Oh,
Later.
I mean, real.
Alrighty. And all right, yeah. So there you go. From the prime the prime minister himself. I think that's what we call him, because we're prime admin. That's what I think we're like, because we're admins, but Michael being the big guy, he's the prime admin because treasure went from. Anyway, so with now we got that going on. So Michael's good. He's God. He's got everything. He's okay. Nothing destroyed. With that going on said, I'm trying to figure out now once again what to talk about. I'm going to go through some Transformers news. If you guys down in the comments, guys, did anyone find anything new with the Transformers last night? Because a lot of things were people found new. Like another thing was it in the last night, Hound. Hound has that his vehicle mode isn't toy, where the toy has the back of the vehicle has all the weapons. Well, people discovered that when Hound is transforming, the vehicle has those weapons in the back instead of that large flatbed, which means that they must when ILM was designing the vehicle when it transformed, I guess they might have thought that the weapons were still on there, because there is concept art of Hound with those weapons, but they never showed up in the on the actual film as a prop. So ILM must have animated it, without knowing that they were not part of the actual film. That's really cool. So technically, those toys, the toys is now accurate, quote unquote. There's a lot of things I noticed that Onslaught has 2 wrecking balls hanging around his neck. So very good homage to Devastator, the enemy scrotum, keeping that Devastator to his heart. Like a real homie, long haul bodies type for life. It's good stuff. I don't know why I'm typing here. A lot of other things. I think with all the knights, we now have officially discovered what's all the knights have, what's new. What are all their designs? What's because a lot like throughout the entire I'm sorry, I keep humming. Throughout the entire movie, like it was hard to keep out like what's what the knights look like what are their specific designs. So in the toys they have 3 specific designs. They have Steelbane, Draconicus, and Steelbane, and I guess you can count Skeletron with that other toy. But for the knights, those were it. And now we can confirm in the movie that Steelbane is in that movie. He's the knight with the visor and the eyes. Not visor, he has like a T visor, but he has glowing eyes. But then there was another Steelbane, and there are other knights that are the exact same body, but they're like knights. And then we have Draconicus is in that group a bunch of times. Then we have there's that Celtic cross dude, like the guy his chest has that cross in front, and he has his face is very like mask. Well, they all have masks. It's hard to explain. Like he's the one that's not a toy. I guess I can explain it to. And then there's Steelbane in the movie, but it's funny. Like Steelbane in the movie, the knight shows up a couple times, but with different bodies. So none of them are actually accurate to Steelbane, the toy. So his head is right, but just on different knights. So that's it for the knights. So we now can confirm that those are it. Like we have Stormrain, yeah, Stormrain, Gray Stormrain, Draconicus, Steelbane's head on other made knights, and then the Guardian dude. Like people are calling him Guardian because the concept art is called Guardian Knight concept. So people are calling him Guardians. I'm calling him Kevin. Other people are calling him Celtic Cross One. Anyway, so that's cool. I'm glad that we can figure out what that is. Did anyone else point out anything if you have digital HD version? I'm sorry that I keep talking about the last night. It's just something like I personally, even though they're trash, I like the movies. I love their lore, which is why a lot of the streams could be talking about theories in the movies. Because now that we own the film, we can pay attention to dialogue, what's said, what's not said, and we can predict what could happen in Transformers 6. Which is 6, like not Transformers 6, the Bumblebee movie, Transformers 6 after 5. I'll go ahead and just double check here on YouTube, see if there's any new people have jumped in. Grant has mentioned they'd like to see more Knights as toys. Me too, especially the one that we don't have yet, Celtic Cross 1, Kevin, Guardian, whatever his name is. That would be really cool, really keen. So I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like someone found something, because if you guys want to find really good HD screen caps of the film, if you go to Transformers TFW 2005 and go to the forum boards and then go to the movie discussion, there should be a link called HD screen caps where you can scroll down and you can find all the stuff that people have been finding. I've been posting some stuff. I posted the Onslaught Wrecking Ball necklace. People are posting really good HD screen caps of like Nitro, Zeus, and Megatron. That's how I found Megatron's helmet. It has hieroglyphs on it. Hound's guns, like everything was found in that live stream. Oh, here's something we can talk about. So concept art came out for last night, more concept art, and it revealed that there was indeed a scene that was planned for last night where Optimus and Megatron were to fight in the past. It was, before Optimus Prime, before Earth. Megatron, in the concept, Megatron had a fusion of his last night body and the first movie body, which is at least good. At least they're not just ignoring the fact that would be, his first movie body would be the right one. What's cool, though, is that it pictures them in a gladiatorial pit, which means Optimus and Megatron met in battle. It's because with Optimus Prime's past being that he was a knight, you probably won't expect him to be a librarian in this universe. So it's actually interesting to think that Megatron and Optimus fought as brother knights, combating for just like as a championship gladiatorial arena. They probably, they fought each other. They're both equally good. They both bonded with their battling. That's something that's really interesting to me. Go check out that concept art. You can find it at of an unused knight design. and an unused design for the Stonehenge Cybertron like link. Like the concept art, a main piece of Cybertron descended from the planet. Like one of those the chunks that have been grabbing onto the Earth throughout the entire film. One of them just extends towards towards Stonehenge and becomes that link that brings Cybertron together. While in the movie, as in the finished version, it's the cross, like the cross knight ship that makes that link. So I'm trying to think. That's really cool. Like obviously that scene's not in the movie, which so a lot of people are saying, why, and like a lot of people, like I'm starting to think that the reason why they cut out the flashback scene with Megatron and Optimus Prime coming together is that someone mentioned that since they're making a whole prequel film, animated, that why not just save all that stuff for that prequel film, which I think is a good idea. So I would like to, we may see that in the Transformers Cybertron prequel animated film. Hopefully they keep things, canonically correct, because that's the one problem with this film is that with this film series is that there's always something that fights another part of the movie from the previous one. Like for instance, Lockdown says creators, and in this new one we have just one creator. Like there's always something that has the conflict with the past film, and it sucks because you can't do that when there's always a different writer for some of the films. And especially with this writer's room where they kind of just started from scratch, like they kept some things from the past films, but overall, The Last Night was let's start a whole new writing, like let's start a whole new story and just go from here. So as far as we know, Transformers 6 and 7 and 8 should at least have some kind of skeleton of how it's like from 5 to 8, from what I remember from from an article way back in the past when they announced the writers' room. They announced that the writers' room was for Transformers 5 through 8, which is Transformers Last Night, Transformers Universe Bumblebee, the 6th installment, like Transformers 6, and then the Cybertron prequel. That's 5 through 8. So hopefully they've written some kind of skeleton of what should be going down in all these movies, and hopefully they are connected and there's not many mess up with the canon. But with new writers and stuff, it's probably there's honestly there's no way they can't. It's not like Disney where Disney is strict on their story and they make sure everything makes sense. This one, it's like they don't really care anymore, as long as it makes money, right? Anyway, so I guess as we're talking about this, while we're talking, adding theories, if you guys want to mention in the comments any news that I forgot to mention that you guys know of, because HasCon has now been it's about a week ago, but there's been some new stuff popping up beforehand. Like they've also mentioned there's been these box art revealed for some toy line that they did not release anything of. It's not Power of the Primes. Like these characters look like G1 characters. There's G1 Optimus Prime, G1 Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee, and Grimlock, all G1. And it was box art, but it wasn't for Power of the Primes. They were all it was a whole different toy line in general. We don't really know what that's for. People are thinking it's for Cyberverse. I hope so. If Cyberverse becomes the G1 revival, then I think that'd be great for this franchise. As much as cool to see different, unique worlds, different unique mythologies for Transformers, get it basing your next series on a G1 style, where Optimus Prime looks classic, Bumblebee looks classic. Well, actually, Bumblebee's art design was very similar to the Align universe, where now if you look up the Align universe Bumblebee, it's pretty much the G1 head, but the door wings of the movies and Prime. And then the body is kind of a fusion of G1 and movie. That's that's right now the unique. That's the classic Bumblebee design now. So hopefully this is Cyberverse. That'd be really cool. They did show the instructions for Grimlock toy, which is once again G1 looking. It is very simple, and it's kind of like Robots in Disguise, where that toy line is also very simple because it's a show for kids, and Cyberverse is that show for kids. So hopefully that is Cyberverse. That'd be great. Like I personally, like if they could remake anything, it would be G1. It'd be awesome though if they remake the G1 and then kind of put it toward the Marvel direction. Because if you read the G1 Marvel comics, it's it kind of starts off like the G1 cartoon, but things get twisted. Like Shockwave, like pretty much Shockwave like kills all the Autobots and kind of hangs on the walls and like on the ceiling. Like kill is like in the world of comics and Marvel, kill doesn't really matter. Like they're dead, but they come back to life because it's comics and they're robots. Also, Optimus Prime died from a video game. I'm not going to go into that. You read into the Marvel comics. This is also the same kind of comics where Spider-Man shows up to help Brawn for a second, or is it? It's not Brawn. It's Gears. But obviously, we can't be having that, can we? So I guess with any other news here, let me look at the comments here, and someone mentioned DuckTales 2017 is a success, which it is. I mean, I've seen. I mean, I know this is a Transformers channel, but when it comes to rebooting franchises, might as well rebooting this franchise like DuckTales into a modern take is a great idea. And also, I've only seen the first episode, but it's a really good episode. If you're a fan of watching old cartoons in a new style, watch DuckTales. It's really good. But I guess moving away from news, I guess that's all we got to know for right now, because we'll talk more about it obviously tomorrow. But so let's go into some theories I've been having. So with watching The Last Night, like I personally have not seen it, but you can go on YouTube right now and watch a lot of HD scenes, like everything that's important. Which I discovered that the scene with Megatron in this little town, like hunting Cade, and like also it's that one little skirmish with the Autobots and Decepticons in the town. That's 2 minutes long, like from Decepticons landing into the streets to Megatron Nitros retreating. That's a 2-minute scene. Jesus, like I'm honestly astonished how like short that is. Like it sucks because I want like I can say that that's my favorite scene in the film because it reminded me like why I like Transformers. It's just two factions of robots just fighting, and that it was like that gone. And like it's lame, honestly. And like also like that, I guess that's how I feel like that like almost every battle in this film was like really quick, about 5 minutes at most. Like the Bumblebee versus Optimus Prime scene, the Bumblebee Optimus Prime fight was about 3 minutes long. You can see like the Autobots, like the skirmish at the control base with Quintessa, like where Quintessa is, like outside and stuff like that was probably like about like 10 maybe 15 minutes, but it wasn't really much of a battle, more of like humans shooting in one direction and then the Decepticons shooting in the other direction. Like there wasn't really a battle taking place. It was just kind of like shooting back and forth, which is kind of lame. So really the only battles going on for 3 minutes. Also, I did this another thing that they discovered in the HD release is that I think it's kind of funny that when Megatron does a retreat from the town, Crosshair calls him a shithead. That's hilarious. I think that's great. Yeah. Also, I discovered I did not know Drift's face changed. I did not focus on his face during the theatrical release, but apparently his face is it's completely different. Like it's not gold. It's more of a tannish orange, and like the way the metals are separating his body, his face muscles are different as well. I prefer the old Drift face. I didn't even realize it changed. This one looks kind of like weird looking, and I don't like it. And a lot of people share that same thought on the forums. So I'm looking at the comments here. Grant mentions that the Celtic Knight helmet looks more like very owlish, which I agree. Like a very like owls have those very like some owls, not all owls. Some owls have like those thin eyes, like thin like lines, and then like a thin like think of like not Reaper from Overwatch. But I see where you're going with this. He also mentioned that he wishes Optimus Prime's Nemesis colors were very similar to Shadow Spark, which sucks. I mean, the red scar is cool, but I do agree that I wish Nemesis Prime did have more of a change in color scheme. and other than just a red scar on his face. Anyways, let's go into theories. I keep popping up. I keep remembering stuff from the HD recaps. Anyway, so I've been watching the last night scenes a lot, and I'm trying to figure out Quintessa. The one thing that bothers me is that they introduced this villain, she's the main villain, but she doesn't do anything. Like she doesn't know. Sorry, she really doesn't do anything. Like she causes Optimus Prime to go evil, but really like she's there. She makes Optimus Prime go get the staff, and then like she does some shocking things in the end, but that's it. There's not much we know about her. And what sucks is that the things that she does tell us about her, we can't really believe because the Knights call her the Great Deceiver. So, which means that she lies, and we don't know if she's lying about herself. What she lies about, we don't know. So a lot of people are fighting over like what is Quintessa, and so a while back, Lorenzo di Bonaventura, I think I said that right. He mentioned how Quintessa has human like origins, like she's human, and then she like created the Transformers, saying that the humans created the Transformers, which that's impossible. So I don't know why he said that. That's fucking wrong. Like it's really like there's no way in the canon that works, especially when you make a whole round table and put Pangea on it. So I was trying to figure out what she is because do we even know if she's a Transformer? Because her name's Quintessa, and so us as fans want to like connect that with Quintessence. So maybe she's not even a Transformer. Maybe because she has like some kind of sorcery behind her. So maybe she has a way to make herself look Cybertronian just to gain trust off the bat for Cybertronians. Which hopefully I personally, the way she's designed, she looks like Cybertronian. She has optics. She is full on metal. So and also she can teleport. So I don't think an organic alien like Quintessence can do that. She though her name is Quintessa. She also that could be a base off Quintus Prime. If you don't know that, Quintus Prime is now one of the original 13 Transformers. Quintus Prime had this relic called the Ember Stone, where it can create life, very similar to Quintessa's staff, or Quintessa herself. And so he in that canon, Quintus Prime went out. He left Cybertron. He started his own thing. He created the Quintessons, and Alpha Trion believes that like when the Quintessons came to Cybertron without him, Alpha Trion believed that the Quintessons killed him because they're greedy and assholes. I'm sorry, I'm reading through the comments here. Autobot Brony says that he says that the D Bonaven bullshit might be the Antichrist. I agree. No, seriously, like as much as like for the past few months, Lorenzo has not been doing really good on mentioning what the movie is really about. Like he mentioned a lot of things that just turned out to be wrong, like the whole Optimus Prime Megatron background scene, and Quintessa being a human. So I really I would not want to trust Lorenzo at all, and I think he's a producer for Bumblebee, so I don't know what that does. Also, I think Michael Bay is a producer for Bumblebee, which I don't know what that does. But continue on to Quintessa. So I was really trying to, I guess I was trying to think of all these ways, like how could she be? At first I thought maybe she's just one of the original 13. In this movieverse, there are no 13. There's 7 primes. Though Hasbro did mention in a exchange that there are 7 primes, but original 13 Transformers. But one thing you gotta keep in mind, like Quintessa, the way she looks now, doesn't look anything like the primes. Like it just, you put them next to each other and they don't look like they're from the same age. But we can also, like, playing devil's advocate, we've seen Transformers change their bodies before. I mean, look at Barricade. His design from 1 to 5 looks completely different, like almost like a different character. So people can, like, there's a lot to defend that Quintessa could be just the Quintus Prime of this universe, especially since she has a relic that can create life, very much like Quintess Prime can. Though I feel like, and also that can also help that she is called the Great Deceiver, because maybe she's saying that she created Cybertron and Cybertronian life, though she's lying and saying that, like, but instead it wasn't her, it's the 13 to help create it. But the only thing is just kind of weird is that this means that the Fallen, like the original 13 are the creators, and I probably just feel like that doesn't work out, and I think it just didn't seem right to me, especially because so what we do know about Quintessa. I'm sorry, my mind is going through all around this. It's really hard. So let's just think about what we know about Quintessa. We know that she lies a lot. She's a deceiver. We know that she has very strong abilities. She's able to summon chains to trap Optimus. She can mentally reprogram Cybertronians in a sense. She can float. She has a space bridge inside, like the Fallen, so she can teleport, which is another way to defend Quintessa being just the Quintess Prime of that universe. And and that she owned a staff. She had Guardian Knights, but then the Guardian Knights, they know she was up to no good. At the time, what she was doing, I don't know, but they stole her staff and left, and she got mad. And what she was doing for the rest of those years, I don't know. I mean, she was on Cybertron for so long. I don't know if she was there for Dark of the Moon, because Cybertron kind of came towards Earth, which where's Unicron's horns at that point? Once again, that's just poor writing. Obviously, they didn't expect Unicron to be in 5. Sorry, when they're writing 3, they didn't know that Unicron was Earth, so they didn't do that. So we just got to accept that. I don't know if everybody says last night the fucking joke. It is, but I want to make this joke explainable, even though it's not fun to explain a joke. But god damn it, I'm gonna explain this fucking joke. Again, I'm trying to lead this up to, here's my thought. Here's what I think Quintessa is. I think they're going to go on to the whole thing from IDW, where in IDW, the Transformers, the original 13 Primes were not the original Transformers. They were the original Primes, but not the original first Transformers. In the creation myth in IDW for Transformers, they went with a group called the Guiding Hand. And so what happens is, in the comic at first, there's Primus. But then Primus divided himself into 5 beings. There's Primus, the Life Giver. There's Mortalus, the Deathbringer. There's Solomus, the Wise. There's Adeptus. Adeptus is like forever changing. And then the 5th one, I forgot his name. His name is it's like Oedipus or Oedipticus, Eucalyptus something Icus. He's the brain module. Like he's all knowledge. He's knowledge incarnate. And pretty much so in that universe, like there are Primus divide himself into 5 beings, and then they kind of set up this world of Cybertron. Like they set up, they helped create their first civilization. So in that universe, there's not 13; it's just 5 beings. And I think in this movieverse, they're kind of going towards that route, where maybe in this Origins of the universe, Primus separated himself into 5 beings. One of them, in this one, is not like maybe the movieverse Guiding Hand is not the same as the IDW Guiding Hand, and that Quintessa is just one of these 5 beings. Or maybe in this movieverse there are more than 5. There's less than 5. I guess. Oh, sorry. What I'm trying to lead to is that there's more. There could be, Quintessa is just part of Primus, and that would explain why she's powerful. She can explain why she can move Cybertron from its orbit to our solar system. She explains why she has a strong hatred for Unicron as being part of Primus. They are opposites, so of course she would want to kill him. And also it explains why they were never mentioned, like she was never mentioned for like the 7 Primes. Like Jetfire never mentioned 13 Transformers. He just mentioned 7 Primes. So I think in this universe there are just only 7 Primes. until they mention something else, because Hasbro, even though Hasbro mentioned that there might be just 13 Transformers and 7 of them Prime, well, they also mentioned in that same thing that the third vehicle in Revenge of the Fallen is Flare Up, but now we know it's Alita 1. So until it's on film and script or a canon comic, which they won't make those anymore, really, as far as we know, there are 7 Primes. So I think that Quintessa, so these 5 beings, one was Quintessa, they maybe one of them sacrificed themselves to become the Allspark, another version of Primus, and helps start life. So these parts of Primus help. They start the Allspark. The Allspark gives life to this. Gives life to this planet. Maybe Quintessa, a link to Quintus Prime. Maybe Quintessa made half sentient soldiers called Quintessons, and she sent these soldiers out to go terraform planets with those seeds, so that they can just blow up planets, suck up the metal, bring it to Cybertron, and make their civilization. It explains why there's creators like those pink fleshy dudes. So maybe they're just Quintessa's servants. So all these Quintessons are going around the planets, blowing them up, making metal, bringing it to Cybertron. Maybe another part of Primus forms this planet full of metal, or maybe they're just building metal over this planet. Because now we know from the last night that this planet is not all just metal. There is some dirt and organic to this. So there's that going on. They're making planets. They Allspark sparks life. Everything's kind of chaotic at the moment because the first thing that sparks are the 7 Primes. Then come early Cybertronians. Then come beast forms like barbarians with giant dinosaur beast modes. Everything's kind of chaotic. The primes are kind of keeping things together, but then the Allspark's hey, the planet's kind of chaotic with giant robot dinosaurs and early Cybertronians that can't really defend themselves. So the Allspark creates the Knights. The Knights are they're designed to keep order on the planet, and they kind of make the first kind of form of territories on the planet. Now, what I just mentioned is actually part of the Transformers lore on the Transformers app on the iPhone and Samsung. So if you go through the lore, that lore is not correct. I mean, a lot of it doesn't make sense because I guess that lore is trying to be lore for the movies, but a lot of it doesn't make sense. But at least it helps with this idea I have. Because keep in mind, what I'm saying is completely not the lore. Is my theory. So the guiding hand, it kind of they don't intervene. They kind of just watch their civilization grow in the background with the Primes leading. Everything's okay. The Knights are keeping everything safe. The 7 are going planet to planet, solar system, blowing up suns. Sucking things up, sending it to Cybertron, giving energon. Everything's great. They're peaceful. They're all a great race. And I feel like the guiding hand, they said they made this race because Unicron is out there. He's not defeated. He's some point he will come back again. So they're making this race strong so they can use this race to fight Unicron. An entire planet's worth of soldiers to fight a planet eater. So everything's great. Everything's good until obviously 17 million BC or 17,000 BC. The Primes, get all fish fucky and they kill each other, and the Fallen ruins everything. And obviously the guiding hand's whoa, hold on. 6 of our 7 leaders just kind of committed suicide to hide some kind of key. That's not right. So they get the Allspark to create a new Prime. Because the Fallen's not a good icon for their soldiers. So the Fallen's he goes into hiding. There's no more Primes. So the Allspark, knowing that the 6 of the 7 Primes are gone without no leader, makes a new Prime. And this kind of starts kind of like the Sentinel Prime kind of ideal of the Prime is the main leader. He is the god. He will rule the planet. Prime is the master. The first one will probably be something like Nova Prime. And so the Knights follow the Prime. Everything's great. Cybertronians are slowly evolving. The Allspark probably makes new schematics, which is why early Cybertronians moved from the Fallen design to a more modern design. I like to think that maybe at some point Quintessa's like, wait, like why would the primes kill themselves? Maybe she went to the planet Earth, like where it happened. She's like, oh shit, this is Unicron, and then she went to Cybertron's like, oh man, I gotta kill, like we gotta go to Cybertron right now. We gotta go kill Earth. And I bet her and the Guardian Knights were all like, whoa, wait, hold on, like if you if we get Cybertron too close to Earth, it'll turn to Unicron, and I don't think we're ready for that. And Quintessa's like, oh man, what's that? Like you're not gonna follow me? I'll make you follow me. And then maybe that's why the Knights were like, whoa, you're deceiving us. How dare you trick our minds, you rapist. And then that's why they call it a great deceiver. They're probably just like, fuck this, we don't want to endanger the race that are made to protect, also like ruin another species on Earth. So we're gonna steal the staff, get the hell out of here, and I don't know, maybe they rough her up a bit and make her fall. She gets so much damage that she goes into power down, and like she's asleep. That's why she's never mentioned anymore in another 7 million years of Transformers lore. And that's it. Oh god. So that's what I think was going on. That's kind of like my idea. Grant in the comments mentioned that hopefully they'll make a movie guidebook. I do too. Just because I personally I'm okay with making make Transformers 6 and then make the animated prequel and then stop. Just end it there, and then make a book explaining some plot holes, and then we can all just kind of sleep happy. But yeah, so I guess that's really all I want to mention for this podcast. That's my theory. I'll give a good second here if anyone else has any other theories besides Autobot Brony, whose theory is that Quintessa is a whore. Good theory. I'd back it. Anyone else? I don't know if anyone has any other theories. I'm curious. Do you think my theory makes sense? Because honestly, it can go both ways. Like Quintessa could be just one of the original 13 Transformers, making the 13 like the creators, or or maybe she is just Cybertron was just a planet, and then she made it a metal planet, and she made it like everything. Like maybe she straight up was the goddess of the Cybertron. I personally don't think so. I really, I don't know. I just want explanations. That's what I want. Grant asks when is TFTC coming out? I personally don't know, and I'll message Michael here really quick. Because usually we do around the evening, but that totally depends on because I live 3 hours away from Michael, so Michael's version of evening could be different from my version of evening. Texting right now. Hey. No. All right, I just messaged Michael. Boy, I bet you guys really love awkward silences. Well, I guess that's really it. This video was mostly made just to update you guys from the beginning for the TFTC tomorrow for HasCon. So thank you all for watching. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. And by all who are watching, 2 of you, because no one wants to watch me. Everyone wants to watch Michael because he's the fucking best boy. So once again, thank you all for watching. Keep thinking out there. Keep on buying toys and waiting. Did anyone know about Transformers waves for movies? Because Wave 2 is slowly coming into my state. Keep in mind that this is, it's this toy line started in April, or late April. So it's been April, late May, late June, late July, late August. It is middle September. So it's been about 4.5 months, and Wave 2 is just slowly now showing up in my stores. So if that means anything, that means that I won't be getting Nitro Zeus till December, maybe January. I don't know. Man, let's fuck this toy line. Though we can confirm that. I can't say it because I was going to say something prize related, but I gotta save that for tomorrow. Because that's when the live stream's gonna be better, guys. I swear. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you for the last time. Thank you for watching. This is it. This is the last live stream. You guys can go ahead and keep following this channel. You keep looking beautiful. I use a lot of skin lotion, not just for your dick, but maybe for your face. For sometimes earwax. Get out of your face. Get out of your ears. Buy some more Pledge floor cleaner. It's really good for transformer joints, for ball joints. Really good stuff. And just keep looking pretty, guys. Just there's a lot of people out there, and one day someone will pick for you. I'm not saying you're lonely. You could be lonely, but don't worry. Don't commit suicide. Don't be depressed. We're all here for you. Specifically you. Yes, you. In there. Yep. I'm talking to you. Good job. Good job. You're alive. You're watching this. Good job. Thank you all for watching. You all are great people. You're doing great. Love you. Tune in tomorrow for the TFTC live stream for HasCon. Woo! Oh God. And we'll see you next time, palos. Beautiful. Goodbye.